Today we're going to talk about Capricorn, the sun sign, the rising sign, and the moon sign. And I'm going to do the talking and you can do the commenting, and I'm going to reply to your comments. So, Capricorn, my dear friend, I've got a lot of Capricorn friends. Why is that? Because I admire them, and I can't say that about a lot of people. Capricorn is the professional, the professionist of the zodiac, professionist in all senses. So they are more career orientated than anyone else. Why is that? Because they rule career. They rule the 10th house, which is your chosen path in life, public life as well, and your perception about your mom. But that's a totally different discussion. Let me tell you about Capricorn. You are a feminine sign, an earth sign, and a cardinal one. Being a cardinal sign, that means you lead. How you lead is, I can't say the best way because there are countless ways in which to lead, but you offer guidance to the people that you lead in a certain direction. So if you're a manager, and you will probably be a manager at one point in your life, you will look after the ones in the people in your team, and you will guide them in the right directions, and you will help them grow, just like a parent. Why do I say parent? Because Capricorn in general rules fatherhood, and I hate to say it, but patriarchy to a certain extent. I hate this world. This word. You might all, you might all know why that is. But moving on. Saturn is your ruling planet, Capricorn. That means that you are very methodical. You are patient. Capricorns are ruled by Saturn. Saturn is the planet of patience. Saturn is the planet that puts together rules and laws, and you might find yourself as a Capricorn having to deal with rules and regulations and structure all the time. You're a very disciplined person because that's how you grew up. You might have, and this tends to happen to Capricorns when they are young, you might have been responsible for a lot of things from a very early age. You had to grow up much faster than your friends, your peers, everyone around you, and that's kind of hardened you a bit, but not in a bad sense, in the sense that it takes discipline to achieve your goals. People need to take responsibility and be held accountable for what they do, and you know that very well. That's what makes you an extraordinary leader. You tend to climb the ladder just like the mountain goat, which is your symbol, slowly, patiently, but surely. And I'm gonna say always, although it might sound like a bit of a stretch, but Capricorns always make it to the top, one way or the other. They are born to climb, and they know that their entire life is a journey. From a physical point of view, Capricorn rules the knees, teeth, and bones. You've got a very nice bone structure. Your bones are really good. Your calcium levels are really good in general. Capricorn people tend to be quite skinny, which is always, not always, but in general, it's a plus because you don't have to worry about eating too much. You don't have to worry about putting on weight. Unlike, for instance, your sign at the opposite pole, Cancer, which is an emotional eater. So you are quite lucky about that. But on the other hand, Capricorns are very good at disciplining themselves. So if you set your mind to sticking to a diet or anything in general, you do it because this is the way it has to be. There's always it feels like there's a lot of pressure on you, my dear Capricorn friend, and it might seem like it's from the outside, but it's actually coming from the inside. You don't cope well with failure, and when you do happen to fail to a certain extent, that doesn't mean that you're a failure at all in general, but when you make mistakes, you become very depressed, and you take it personally, and you mull over it you obsess over it. You don't do failure well. And I get that because you plan every single step and failure is not an option for you. Capricorns tend to live a lot. Why is that? Because of Saturn. Saturn is, in mythology, Father Time, and they also look after themselves. They know they've got just one body and they need to take care of it if they want to stick around for years. Unlike, for instance, other fire signs, such as not other fire signs in general, such as Aries, who lives in the moment, whereas Capricorn has mapped out about 10 years worth of their lives. Careers, for Capricorns, anything. You can do anything you set your mind to it because you are so disciplined, and when you set a goal for yourself, you are flexible, obviously. You really are. But you are gonna work hard and do all that it takes to get there. Capricorns are one of the most reliable sign of the zodiac, along with Leo and Aries. And Aquarius, to a certain extent. Aquarius is quirky, but they're still a fixed sign. Capricorn, being an earth sign, knows how the world works. And some people might accuse you of being too interested in money. You're an earth sign at the end of the day. But isn't money what gives you power? You get that very well, and you want to amass as much money as possible because it offers you security. And more often than not, you find yourself in a position where other people's security depends on you. More responsibility. You don't have the easiest life. I've got to say, I'm sorry for you. Unlike Sagittarius, the sign before you, Sagittarians are simply lucky. That's who they are. They're positive, they're lucky, they're optimistic, they're ruled by Jupiter, so things come easily to them. Whereas you, my friend, you have to work for every single bit of it. But you're the best at it. There you go. This is Capricorn. Please don't forget to comment and subscribe to my channel. I know there are quite a few things that I haven't mentioned, such as love. I haven't mentioned that on purpose. Capricorn is not an overly emotional sign, and you don't do overt display of emotions, but you can be very passionate and you can become the best even at loving someone, because that's how you do. You learn step by step, and then you're like here. You get along very well with other earth signs. Let me know, guys, if there is anything else that you're interested in Capricorns, okay? I'll see you next time. Don't forget to comment.